Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where somebody's got to be president, this is Ballot.
That's right. And what if we ran the two least charismatic people outside of the entire Democratic Party? Let's hit this. I'm Patrick Gutfield, and Trump thinks a Vance Rubio ticket would be unstoppable. The 79-year-old president was aboard Air Force One on his way to Tokyo when reporters asked him about a potential third term. Instead of saying, no, that's illegal and against the Constitution, Trump started talking about how great his administration's people are. When pressed to clarify who he meant, Trump pointed to Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who was standing right behind him, and floated them as a potential 2028 ticket. Well, we have great people. Well, I don't have to get into that, but we have one of them standing right here. We have J.D., obviously. The vice president is great. Marco is great. I'm not sure if anybody would run against us. I think if they have a formed group, it would be unstoppable. I do. I really believe that. I'm not sure if anybody would run against us. Against us. Not against them. Trump is talking about the 2028 election like he's still going to be the part of it. And when asked directly if he was ruling out a third term, Trump said, am I not ruling it out? I mean, you'll have to tell me. You'll have to tell me? The President of the United States needs someone to tell him whether he's allowed to run for a third term. The 22nd Amendment to the Constitution says no, but Trump's standing on Air Force One talking about how unstoppable a Vance Rubio ticket would be while simultaneously refusing to rule out running himself. Which makes you wonder, is he planning to somehow stay on the ticket? Is he planning to not leave office? Or does he just like keeping everyone guessing? I think at this point, it's possible that Trump has dementia. My theory is that he's looking for the word unlikable or unelectable when discussing Vance and Rubio, but it keeps coming out as unstoppable, which is obviously incorrect. J.D. Vance has the charisma of a customer service training video. Marco Rubio, who famously melted down during the 2016 primaries and repeated the same talking point 4 times in a row like a malfunctioning robot. That's the unstoppable ticket. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is doubling down on his war against whiskers. The former Fox News host, who once begged to keep his vacation beard on live television, has now banned beardos from attending military events during his Asia tour with President Donald Trump. According to an email from the 51st Fighter Wing at Osan Air Base in South Korea, even troops with approved shaver waivers are not authorized to attend Hegseth's appearance at Camp Humphreys this week. Shaver waivers are granted to service members with medical conditions like pseudofolliculitis barbae, or razor bumps, a painful skin condition that disproportionately affects black men. Critics say Hegseth's new order unfairly targets them, but the defense chief appears unmoved. Hegseth's anti-beard crusade began in March when he called for a sweeping review of fitness, grooming, and appearance standards, which includes but is not limited to beards. In August, he went further, demanding a clean-shaven military and threatening separation for troops who still required waivers after a year of treatment. In September, he gathered America's top generals to lecture them on grooming, reportedly declaring, "We don't have a military full of Nordic pagans. No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards. If you want a beard, you can join special forces. If not, then shave." The move has sparked controversy across the ranks, and more than a few ironic flashbacks to Hegseth's own on-air shave in 2018 when Fox and Friends producers rid him of his scruff after viewers complained. I guess if he can't have a beard, then nobody can. Besides, doesn't Trump usually surround himself with beards when not dancing to the Village People? Portions of today's program were made with the help of AI and Mach 2.